Well, now when I say relaxing, I mean it's not like everything in my life is just going to pot. I'm ignoring everything else. Like I say, I still go to work. My coworkers have been just so great. They've been so great. One of my coworkers during the holiday season sells tamales, homemade tamales. And I was just telling all caps someone, and Allie actually, I think I told all caps someone yesterday, and I told Allie today, that that I bet she would have given me a dozen tamales without being paid up front if I had asked her. I bet if I had asked her and said, hey, can you, would you bring me some tamales, like a dozen tamales, and I'll pay you next payday, she would have done it. But I didn't want to do that to her because I never know if I'm going to have tamale money at any at any given payday. So, but and even so, like she has paid for me to get lunch at Sonic on more than one occasion. Actually, most of my coworkers at some point have bought me lunch at Sonic, if not just a drink. Most of them have shared their lunches with me. Given me, my coworker that I call Mother Bat, she brought me back in August, I think it was. She brought me like a box of crackers and some Cheez Whiz and peanut butter and all this stuff so that I would have snacks at work. And I can't even voice how much that means to me. I can't even verbalize it. And I really wish that I could return the favor. I mean, she even, like, this past week, she actually said to me, hey, Becca, do you have enough tickets to work, like, full time? And I said, no, I'm only coming in on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, for now. And she said, well, I could buy you a book of tickets, and that's $20, y'all. And I told her, no, it's all right. I'll be all right, But I'm really, that's the kind of love and support that I have gotten from these wonderful people that I work with. And I've even in moments when I feel so utterly alone and so scared and not knowing the future, those moments are fewer and further between now that, I'm decided to let Allie adopt my baby. But before all that, that was the greatest comfort, was going into work and knowing that there were these women who supported me, who support me, and who are there to laugh with me and cry with me and hug me when I need it and feed me. One of my coworkers, her boyfriend, this was back in October, it was National Taco Day. She talked him into bringing tacos to work. Because I made a joke about it, and I'd been craving tacos for forever. Oh my gosh, that is the weirdest part of this pregnancy, is the crazy, crazy food cravings. Because it's just everything. Like, I want biscuits and gravy, and I want nachos, and I want tacos, and I want tamales, and I want a big bag of tortilla chips and like some homemade French onion dip. Oh my god, that sounds so good. And I want a pizza with pepperoni, pineapple, and green olives, and my mouth is watering thinking about it. And I want chicken fried steak, and I want steak fingers, and I want homemade fries from Rick and Carolyn's. And I just want it all, man. So, but it's been difficult, and it's been, I've sort of let this pregnancy turn my life upside down here. And but I wanted to record this show to make sure that I level with y'all, because when I do this show, I do my best to be honest, to be self-aware. If I come out here and say something like, oh, well, you should try this technique, it's not because I don't need to use that technique. It's not because I'm perfect. It's not that I'm great at playing cognitive whack-a-mole, or, and that I'm great about not worrying about what other people think of me. But I want to share my struggles, honestly. This is not my pulpit. This is just a platform through which I express myself. So, the key thing, I think, is to be honest and to be humble and to be self-aware. And that's what I struggle to do, and I think I succeed most of the time. But here lately, I've let this pregnancy get the better of me, and also that's why I tend to get out of breath. Like, part of it is my iron levels. I haven't actually had this confirmed by any medical test, but I'm pretty sure my iron levels are low. And so I think that's affecting my respiration. But now that the baby's getting bigger, she likes to sit on my diaphragm. And she's starting to kick it every now and again, too. And it's really, really frustrating. But hopefully by posting this show, recording and posting this show, I will have unblocked myself and get back on track here. I may have to get into the habit of recording these things on Sunday and posting them on Mondays or something like that. Because also working 5 days a week, like here lately, I haven't been the past couple of weeks, but back in July and August, I was working Monday through Friday, 7:30 to 4. And I actually finally turned off my 4 a.m. and 4:30 alarms. And I'm almost on a point of turning off my 5 a.m. alarm because I never get out of bed before 5:30. It's really funny and frustrating. So I'm gonna have to start recording these a day ahead of time and then posting them the next day. But I'm gonna do my best to get back on track with this and get more consistent. So that's all I have to say about that. So let me get into the things for which I am grateful. You would really think that I would have a sound effect on my soundboard for that, but no. So the first thing for which I am grateful, and I mentioned this over and over and over in the show, I am grateful for my coworkers. And I am grateful for Allie. I am grateful for these people who have made my life a little bit easier throughout this. And with regards to Allie, here in the past 6 weeks or so, I feel better. And my coworkers feeding me, taking care of me all the time, laughing with me and crying with me and letting me vent. My my coworker who I call my Mexican mommy, I know if I needed to, I could call her at 1 o'clock in the morning just crying because the sky is blue, the grass is green, and Volvo's from Sweden. And she would listen and she would comfort me. That's the kind of people that I work with that have been supportive and wonderful. And I'm just so grateful. I'm grateful that they've helped hold me together. And I'm grateful for Allie for helping me find these pieces and start putting them back together. And showing me a way out of this mess that I've created for myself. The second thing for which I am grateful is all caps someone. No, it's not his kid. That's always like the first question that I always get asked, or that I have gotten asked since I started telling people. So is it all caps someone's? No, it's not. If it were, it'd be a totally different story, trust me. But he was actually the first person that I called after I found out. And I just, I called him sobbing. Like I said, I'm pregnant. And he has never once made me feel bad about it. He has never once looked down his nose at me. He has always been there to laugh with me, to cry with me, and to sometimes laugh at me when I'm crying. Not because he's mean like that, but because he knows that I know I'm being ridiculous. And so he'll laugh at me while I'm upset about something else and go, really? You're upset about that? And, oh, yeah, it is stupid, isn't it? So then I start laughing again. He's just so patient, and he's so wonderful. And I don't know what I would do if he hadn't been there either. So help keep me together. And I don't know if I have the words to properly verbalize the gratitude I feel for him and his presence in my life. And finally, because I always have to put a stupid food thing on this gratitude list, I am grateful for lava cakes. Lava crunch cakes from Domino's. They don't pay me to say that. They don't. I wish they did, because maybe I wouldn't be struggling so much financially. But I love lava cakes from Domino's. Oh my gosh, that's like, I mean, I haven't had any for a really, really long time, but the last time I had them, probably back in September, like, I started shaking just opening the box. I started shaking in anticipation, and then I pull it out, and I'm still shaking, and I take a bite, and it's just, oh, it was just instant relaxation, and instant gratification, and I just felt so good. I can't even do that feeling justice. It was so, oh man. And it's really funny because, like I said, I'm having all these different food cravings all over the place, and they're just all across the board. One of my male coworker, he had mentioned one day to a bus driver something about wanting to find some Taiwanese food. Now, I've never had Taiwanese food, but by gosh, by golly, by cracky, now I fucking want some. Because he said it, I would have tried that. So, but There is something so wonderful about when you have a craving for anything.